Here's a game. Let's say hello. And turn on the coordinates. I'm white here. And what's the game info? This is, okay, an even game. 6.5 points at Comey. Okay, I've got dual 4/4s, and it's just like, well, it's 2 star points. Like a Sanren say, I guess. Except this one is off. I'll approach low here and see what happens. It attaches on top. Hane first. Hane's back. Is that really true that you can play that? I can cut through like this. Hane, he extends and I connect. He can cut here and I can take the corner. Yeah, he didn't cut there. He blocked me off, so I get the corner. I see. But he's getting a thick wall there. So there is something to be said for that. So I'm not going to defend that stone. I need to approach the other corner. I'm alive here. He can take. I will Hane. I have the peep here. Okay, let's do something a little different here. He's got a little bar space here. Let's attach underneath here and see what he does. He wants to give up the corners and if I go there, he can cut, extend. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, we'll Atari there. And Hane here. Okay, so 2 corners, but let's see. Let's just settle this and then see where he plays. I did give him Sente there. He's got to do something about my space over here, or maybe he says I have to invade. I'll just cap him here, I guess. Don't want to go in too deep and get chased. Although he says he can chase me there. You know, there's a lot of space in here. Where are the weak points? I'll attach here. I think that's too much, that move there to cap. I think he should have defended and taken his territory on the side. Can still cut here. I think I will. Good time to cut. And maybe a Hane here. So this threatens to kill these 2 stones. Okay, we'll take them. So I've got a live group there inside his territory. Sacrificed this stone. Let's jump out over here. Do I care? If he goes here, he's threatening a throw-in to remove that eye. But if he goes here, I can play here, so I don't have to respond immediately. I can wait a move. And start by playing over here. Okay. The descent was not an Atari, but now the descent is an Atari, so that would be a nice forcing move to have. There. Go ahead and keep that. So that's peeping something that's not a connection. It's already connected. So that peep didn't do anything. But, and what, is he thinking he can kill me here? Okay, I can Atari here, he fills in, I connect. He's not dead. If I Hane here, he can cut, and I can't capture it. Okay. I can wedge there. If I connect, there's 2 cutting points. If I Atari and he takes, I go here and he fills in. Yeah, that's a little too slow, isn't it? So I connect. And he cuts one of those. He protects one of those cutting points. Probably this one. Yep. So I can cut here. Yeah, I just have one eye though. This is a problem. Let's think. If I extend out here, if I clamp this stone, he runs this way. And I can't make an eye here. Maybe I can threaten the clamp and then play here and here. That'll make an eye, because this move was Sente. And there's still a cut here, or a peep here if I want to use it later. Yeah, so he responded over there. He saw my plan. So then, doesn't this clamp here make a eye for me? Okay, do I need to play here again? What can he do? He can wedge there. I'll Atari here. Can wedge here, and I go there. I think I need another move to live. Now, wherever he goes, I've got 2 eyes. Okay, a normal move. Let's enclose the corner. Let's kick. So this gives him an ideal extension, but it gives me a good corner too. So that is too far. Let's split. And a jump. Okay, let's think about this. I cut here. He cross cuts. I cut here. Atari here. I know the trick. He goes here. I go here. He's going to go there. So I'll connect solidly. So these stones are cut off. Mine are too. Let's think about this. Yeah, he can't, honey, I can Atari and take his stone. I'll make myself an eye there. So make a second eye anytime, but I'd rather connect to the corner. He did manage to connect all those stones up. I have to give him that. That was something. So yeah, let's connect up like this, and then I'm good. So we need to cap over here. And I don't know, the peep there is looking good too, though. And then the cap. Yeah, I was going to do the knight's move, but he might jump out here, and I'm a little worried about that. I need to, don't mind that. Okay, we'll do the knight's move now. Starting to put pressure on these two stones. I could have capped, but I like to take away the extension before I cap. That's a general rule that I have come up with. So extend down, extend up, extend sideways. I think extend down. Make this stronger and then go after these guys. Or perhaps connect up underneath. Depends on what he gives me here. If he cuts, I will turn and then turn. Yeah, like so. I assumed he was going to defend this stone. No. Okay, if I just take here and live with this group, then the only space I have to worry about him getting is this territory in here, which I don't think will amount to enough. Try to connect up to this stone. Okay, jump out from this group here. There, I'm going to sacrifice that stone when he cuts. He didn't take the sacrifice, so if I take, then he will come here. So let's go here first. He can take my stone. I will extend up, trying to reduce this area here. Okay, he's proving that is a false eye. That's true, actually. That is a false eye. I was a little too complacent here. Okay, let's try and connect underneath. I guess this just does not work. Okay, I think I have to give up these. I thought I had left them in a state where they would live. But it seems I was wrong. They don't have eyes. And they can't connect underneath. So I'll try and reduce the middle some more and make up for this loss. I still have 4 corners, so that's pretty good. And maybe I can get some stones in here. So if I extend and he cuts, yeah, let's protect there. There is this cut. Aha, pretty clever. That's a peep. Can I, if I go here, he's got to cut me. That's the only way he can justify his play. And then I can go here and secure the corner. It's an Atari on those stones. Maybe he's wondering whether it's best to take or to descend. Yeah, I would have descended. See, that's another Atari. Okay, let's Hane underneath over here. It's all about the living now. If he wedges here, I turn. He pulls back, I connect. So those are all connected. Yeah, those peeps are pretty effective. He's good at that. But I think I've broken through here. And I'll try and use the threat to connect up to these groups. This group here, try and revive it. And also connect to this stone. Oh, he doesn't mind. Okay. Hane. Okay, that's enough there. I mean, I could cut. Let's go back and take that. He never took it. These 2 stones are kind of lonely. If I Hane here, they're dead. That's my phone. Just ignore the sound. Yeah, so he cuts here. I should think about this seriously. He cuts here. I Atari. He descends. I follow. He's got 2 liberties. I have 1, 2, 3. So at some point I'm going to need to protect this, right? He can play in here. I'll capture this stone, so I'm still alive over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and protect this. And this. We will take what we can. I mean, consolidate what we've got. Okay, if he pushes in there, that's like 1 point. Do I have some Sente endgame here? This is Sente he has to take, and it's not Sente because after he takes, I have to protect. This is not Sente, really. Let's take away some middle from him. Take away some more of the middle. Here, let's solidify that eye. Yeah, we are gaining some momentum here by threatening to connect with this group and revive it. Okay, so he's cut me off there for sure. I guess we'll go back and connect here. What else is there? But I think I'm ahead, even if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 18, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 18 is 36, maybe 40 points in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Another 20 points. So he's got maybe 60 points altogether. Maybe a few in here. 70. I have Comey. I have 10 there. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Actually, this might be a close game. I can't go here. Well, I mean, he can cut me off if I go there. I go here, he has to Atari me this way. I go here, he cuts me off. I go here. If he Ataris me down, I go here, and he's dead. So he Ataris me this way, but then he extends, and I'm dead. So those cuts there do not work. I don't know, maybe just these moves. Just little moves on the edge here. Oh, there's this move here. At least they are Sente. There might be more efficient ways to do what I'm doing. It's entirely possible. See, if I extend, yeah, so he took that away. Let's just take that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people play that little cutting move. They do it maybe out of habit. I don't think it gains any points. Unless there's a problem here, yeah. So I go here, and then if he doesn't play anywhere else, I'll go here, and I've got 2 eyes. So one eye, and then the rest of it is another eye. So I go here. He goes there. I go here. He tries to cut. I Atari. So I just go here. Maybe I should have thrown in E19 first. Let's go ahead and play that. Maybe there's a capturing race here. Yeah, this is a problem. So he doesn't have two eyes, but if he takes away all of my outside liberties, I just have one eye on the inside. Yeah, when he plays here, he might have turned it into some kind of Seki. One, two, three, one. Yeah, maybe it's a Seki, which cost me a bunch of points because I was counting on 10 points from that corner. Okay, well, let's try counting again. So there's 19 points across there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 19 and 14. 20 and 13, 33. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 42 points there in the corners. So if I play here and he takes, and I play here, I think he's dead. But if he plays here and connects and I have no outside liberties, I think I need to kill him. So if he takes here, so right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties, 2 of which are shared. So to avoid turning into a Seki, I need to keep those extra liberties. So he takes here. He goes here or here, I take those stones. He takes here, I Atari his stones, and I still have 2 liberties. So, so I've definitely got that corner and I don't need to play another move. So let's, well, we can Atari here. I can play there. And that's not yet. It's just about to be taken, but not yet. I can Ane here. I can't cut, unfortunately. Yeah, he's got 2 liberties on that side, so. Played there. Okay, let's go here. Okay, if I play here and here, he has to fill, so that's worth 1 point. I'm going to scrap for every point I can because I think it's a close game. But you can see how that middle did get reduced. If I had connected or lived with this group, it wouldn't be a close game at all. But since he captured over here, he got a nice chunk of points through the middle there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So he had got 20 points for the effort he did to build those walls through the middle there, which is probably not a worthwhile investment. I have to stay 1 step ahead in the capturing race here. Okay, I don't need another move. He can't play there. That's illegal. Can't play there. And I'm fully surrounded, but I don't need to capture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. So I end up with 10 points in that corner. Not as much as I had hoped. So we're not quite done, right? There was this move here to force him to fill in. And then I will pass, right? This move does not do anything. These cuts, filling in here, won't do anything. And he peeps. I mean, he has to respond to them, but these are connected. Yeah, all those groups are connected and alive, except for the dead stones in the corner there. Okay, so let's pass. And he passed. Let's mark the dead stones. There, that's dead. These are dead. These are dead. So the only blue points are here. Those are Dame. This is Dame. This is Dame. Did he click done yet? I'm going to click done. 1 by 11 points. Ah, so I had more of an advantage than I thought. Yeah, I thought it was closer than that. Well, interesting game. I'll check it out with Katago. See you guys later. Bye. Well, you can see by the graph here that it was really a back and forth game. So when I was white, so when it's at the top, I'm winning. And when it's at the bottom here, I'm losing. So let's go through and look at this. There was a few things in the opening I thought were interesting. He played this move. Katago recommends just the normal back off here. It doesn't particularly care for that. But he actually got kind of an advantage out of the opening. Let's see, I played here, he played here, which is a bit weird. And so I'm doing okay here. And in fact, I get an edge here. But what I should do is I should extend in this direction when he drops down. And he should have curled around over there. And this is better for white. So white has an edge here. But I didn't do that. I dropped down. He curled around and I ignored him. It actually says I should fix this. I was just sacrificing that stone in order to play a big move elsewhere. But it's more important apparently to secure that. So anyway, he took. I played away. He took. And then, let's see. Yeah, Katago wants me to take this cut here. I never did. It even suggests that black might just push the stone down and sacrifice these two. Or the other option is to run the stone down, which was kind of a crazy looking line. But basically, black pushes out enough until this group is alive, and then there's this line of white stones here, which is not clear if it's alive or dead, and the computer plays away. So a crazy variation. Anyway, I just played here. But now this has turned around. Actually, this is in favor of black by this point. And this attachment on top here was not frowned on too much in this case. Let's see. Yeah, and Katago says I should just play the normal variation like I did before. And then it likes jumping all the way into the 3-3 point. Normally, back up here. Normally in this position, I extend or maybe attach underneath, but Katago wants to jump all the way in here. So maybe that's worth a try sometime. Anyway, back to the game. I was trying something different attached under here right away, but this wedge was a good move. And the drop down maybe not so much, but in general black comes out of this looking pretty good. And so that's the evaluation here is all in favor of black at this point. And now here's where one of the big things happens. Yeah, how do you approach this center area? I dived in here, and that's too deep. Katago would play here. It says black still has an advantage, but it's not, it's only a couple of points at this stage. So it's not like this huge side is going to give him the victory automatically. And there is some other variations, for example, the attach on top. But this didn't particularly like, and it thought that his response here was the right way to handle it. So black is doing pretty good through here, and as I struggle, well, neither of us plays the best moves all the time, but this fight would be in black's favor if he played it correctly. So let's see, where's the suggestion here from Katago? Instead of this Hane here, just turning here keeps these guys under control, and this is in favor of black. But black Haned on this side allowed me to cut here, and then he dropped down, and that was the real big mistake, because that just sacrifices these two stones and gives me an eye, or some eye shape, I should say. So after that cut, black should play here and still keep some edge. I probably am running out. I'm probably sacrificing these stones and running out with these stones at this point. Something like that. Anyway, it's about even in this position. So, but he played here. I played here, and so now I'm winning because I have this eye. And so I stay winning for a while. You can see that plateau up there. But here, I have to be a little more careful about how I handle these stones. This area here, this is actually not alive. This is not an eye. And I wasn't really aware of that during the game. It's kind of an embarrassing mistake because it's a pretty simple position. I'll show that later in another variation. So here I played this. I was thinking I could play this later and get an eye down here, or I could attach to this stone and get an eye up here, which I guess is true. But here's how Katago would play it. It would go ahead and Hane Atari directly. I noticed those three stones were in Atari, so I knew that was a forcing move. Then it would cut here, and then after black connects, it would escape. And so it's escaping with these stones by, I guess, putting pressure on these stones. Let's see, how did the variation go? So black turns there, and then white runs out with these stones. So this is good for white. This is how I keep my advantage. Instead, I played this move, and so he protected this Atari here, and then I got my eye over here, and I sort of stopped worrying about the group at this point, thinking I had two eyes. But in fact, it's not so simple, and although I can still live with this group by running out, this is not an eye here, so I really only have one eye, and I was playing it two, and even with that, it seems that black has a slight edge through this part. But it's not a huge advantage, it's just a few points. So roughly an even game here, say. And then here's my next mistake. I thought this was pretty interesting. I mean, there's a 3-space jump here and another 3-space jump here. He's got a 2-stone wall here. So I thought jumping in between these stones here would be pretty good. But Katago does not like that. Let's see. I think its favorite move is maybe the cut is still the favorite move. It likes that. It also likes just protecting the corner here, building. It likes the kick, and then after the kick, what black extends. This is what I wanted to avoid, but that's apparently okay for me. And then the other way to approach these stones, if I want to play locally, is to attach on top here. That's how Katago would try and reduce these stones. It looks like an overextension to me, but that's maybe not the case. Interesting, because black can go after the corner too. So anyway, this fight went on for a bit here, and yeah, right here, black did not play the strongest move. So this is how I get back into the game. You can see I'm at a disadvantage to here, and then I turn it to an advantage. He could have extended here and kept these stones cut off. Now my stones don't die, but they're living pretty small here, and black can get a nice wall over on this side. So That's probably okay for black. But he didn't do that, and so eventually I got to play this move. So I'm connected to the corner, and that's good for me. Let's see, what's the suggestion here? Oh, once again, the suggestion is to cut and jump out. This may have been one of my last chances to do that. No, I think I still have some chances. That's just pointed out. Just wanted to point out that was still there and was there for many moves. And now we're getting to the point, is it here? Where, yeah, I'm getting into a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, Katago thinks I should just sacrifice this stone and play like this. Protect my corner, give up this stone, and give up these 3 as well, and just jump out over here and save this group. This might have been my last chance to save the group, or the last one I'm going to look at, because as he harasses these stones and runs them out, it's weakening this group. This group has fewer places to run to, and we'll get to a point here after this bit in the corner. Yeah, after this move, it's big trouble for me. So I connected here, which was not necessary yet. I was thinking I was surrounded, I guess, but he hasn't played here yet. So this maybe was my last chance to cut here and jump out, put pressure on these stones. And this is still, I can still live, although the result here is good for black. Black can pressure these stones as well. But I didn't. I played here, and then suddenly black is winning by a huge amount. Let's see. And yeah, just to show the idea, he just throws in here. If I take it, he plays here. And it's a false eye. So both of us should be embarrassed for not seeing that and taking advantage of it, because that's a pretty obvious thing. And it's a shape, important shape to remember. The key, I guess, is that these 2 stones are completely surrounded on the outside, so I can't play a move like this. You can just take them. So that's why that shape is not alive. It's not really an eye when these 2 stones are surrounded here. Okay, but back to the game. So both of us ignored this for a long time, and so he's winning by about 50 points if he plays that move at any time, but he never did. And so let's just go through that. Eventually, yeah, I guess I was looking at it through here. Let's go through this sequence here. Yeah, it's right around here. I finally saved my group. It was this jump out here, and suddenly the game is in my favor again. and then I connected there. So that was when I saved the group, and then the evaluation switched to being in my favor, and it just stays my favor by about 10 points the rest of the game. But I just was curious about this corner situation. So this corner was never in trouble. Katago says I could play here as well as where I played. And one reason why it's not in trouble is because I have lots of outside liberties. I was not really thinking. If he had surrounded me on the outside first, then this invasion might have been a bit more dangerous. But as it is, I can just... in fact, I can even descend here. I don't need the Sente on that move. And, you know, I looked at this. Even if black tries something like this, you know, to make some eye space in here, I can just fill in. Now, normally you can't fill in like that, because if you're surrounded on the outside, you're left with only one liberty, and black will take you, and black has 2 liberties. But I have all these liberties on the outside, so there's just no way that black can do anything in the corner there. But, well, the situation would be different if I were completely surrounded. Anyway, getting back to the game, I think that's the last thing I looked at. Yeah, I played out the moves, and then that ended up being dead, as it should be, and I ended up winning by about 10 points, I think. Oh, white by 11. So nice game. Kind of an embarrassing mistake there in the middle with this group. And I thought it was pretty interesting, you know, when you give black this big, all these two walls, and you have to be a little careful about how you approach that. So I approached a little too close. Something to keep in mind. And also, I probably should not have let him build those big walls. I had better ways to play the two corners. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.